Hapay is the same as lugi, right? Lugi, hapay, right? Hapay, lugi. And they're both kind of bad things that you don't want to happen. But there are always jokes. It's funny because there's always jokes about hapay that my grandmother would make. She would say something like hapay New Year, which is really bad, because you don't want to go bankrupt on the new year or on the freaking year, right? Anyway, hayahay is a feeling of like a fresh relieving feeling, right? You're feeling comfortable and at ease from something stressful, like you feel relaxed and relieved, right? It's a refreshing kind of feeling to have. Hayahay, meaning you're free from worries, free from your troubles, you're relieved from your worries, and you feel at ease, right? It's like a comfortable, airy and light feeling, right? So maybe when you walk into a room and it's bright and airy, you feel relaxed and at ease. Or when you paid off all your loans and your debt, you feel at ease and relaxed and refreshed. Like after a shower, you feel all refreshed. Hayahay is that word to express it. Makikilimos is a poor beggar or a street beggar, some sort of beggar, right? Someone that begs and asks for alms. Limos is the root word for alms, right? Limos, alms. And alms are the things that you donate to people, whether it's food or money. So limos, makikilimos, we get the word there. Masanagun, right? Sanag is the root word, and you hear this in Christmas songs and stuff like that. Sanagun. It means like cheerful or to be in a happy mood and cheerful, something that's been brightened and cheery and light and happy, right? Lipay is another synonym for sanag. Malipayon, masanagun, right? Same. They're really similar synonyms, right? Sanag, and this is a great way to express Christmas time. Masanagon. There's actually a song, which I forgot what the song was, but it goes something like kasadya ning taknaan dapit sa kahimayaan, and then of course this word masanagon is going to appear in it, and that means just to describe the cheerful and happy word, right? Huyab means to yawn, so katulgon is another similar word that you can use with this, because katulgon means to be sleepy. When you see the person, yet they're yawning, nahuyab, right? Huyab, because they're yawning. Harana is a serenade, when people can go out into your house and they serenade you from the bottom of the floor, and you open their window, right? Oh, they're singing to me. It's not just that, but they can sing to you in public when you're out. Maybe you're sitting next to somebody, they have a guitar or some sort of instrument, and they're serenading and singing to you. Harana is that way where you can date someone or court someone in a way like that. Harana. Lungag. Now, lungag, be careful, because this specifically means to cook staples and carbohydrates, right? You're boiling it, but you're cooking them in a way that they're being boiled. Lungag. And this only works for carbohydrates and staples, right? You're boiling to boil carbohydrates and staples. Lungag. So, for example, you can use the word luto, right? Luto means to cook, right? To cook. But lungag is specific to cooking staples and carbohydrates in the way that you're boiling them. Boil, that's the key word. You're boiling the staples. So bananas, plantains, rice, breadfruit, any kind of those sticky carbohydrates, and you're boiling them. Lungag is that word, and you can only use it in that sense, okay? You can also use luto. Luto is just a general broad term to cook. Luto like luto kanon. You can say that, which is cook rice. But lungag is much more appropriate to say for that as well. Mamahay means to have a feeling of regret and guilt. Like you feel regretful and you feel guilty for doing something, right? You're gonna regret doing something. So, mamahay ni mo sa desisyon ni mo. You're going to regret your decision, right? Mahay is like to have a regret, like, oh, I regret doing this, I regret doing that, to have that feeling of regret. Busay is waterfall. And suyop suyopa is like, suyop is the root word meaning to suck and absorb, right? To to soak, suck, or absorb air and liquids, right? You're You're taking in. Something is like sucking in or absorbing in or soaking up, right? Suyop. Um, air or liquids. And the best word I can describe this is the next one, suyopan. Suyopan is a drinking straw. So if you think of a straw that you're drinking, like maybe a drink or a milkshake, right? You're drinking through a straw. Suyopan is that word that you're having that suction to absorb air, liquids. You're soaking up something. Maybe a rag was soaking up something. Suyop, right? Suyopan is a drinking straw. But you can use the English word too if you want to speak Seblish and use istro, but I really discourage that. I would suggest you use suyopan, which is much more appropriate. Agda, and you sound more educated if you use this. Agda is the same as imbita or imbita, to invite someone to do something, though. This one is specific into doing something, right? So you can invite someone over your house and then you're going to do something, which usually and most of the times it's going to be having a party or doing chores and tasks, right? So agda, sige agda, agda lang sa atong balay. Just, um, come by or invite yourself over to our house. Agda lang sa atong balay. Imbita. So to invite. To invite or to tell someone to do something. So agda or imbita. Imbita. La is another variation of lang. It's just another dialectal variation. And ambit, right? Ambit is the last word. Ambit means to share. But ambit can also mean like to divide into share. So you can divide pieces of candy, divide food to share. You can divide like food items to share for people, right? Ambit, to share, right? You're going to share something to somebody.